Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a trial use on this new Skil dual base router. It's a 14 amp router that I got from Lowe's. It was $139.99. If you watched my last video that I did, I made a Mickey Mouse coffee cup holder and my router was going out. It like literally took, I had to actually hit the thing and beat it over and over to get it to work. I had that router for years and years. I'm probably 15 years, something like that. And it finally met its maker and it was time for me to get a new router. So I ended up getting this Plunge router and fixed base router by Skil. I'm pretty excited to use it. Let's go ahead and open it up, check it out, see what's up on the inside, and see how it works. You can see this thing is fresh, never once opened up the box. The first thing we'll take out is the instruction manual. Comes with that, of course. And this is what I saw over at Lowe's. The first thing that kind of caught my eye was this Plunge section here. This is separate, so if you're using something that you need to like maybe engrave names or something in wood, or you need to start in the middle of a piece of wood, this Plunge right here is kind of a necessity. So you could start like that, and what I noticed was it has this really easy locking for your thumb. So if you push down to start, you just go like that and it stays in place. So that's the first thing that kind of caught my eye. I was kind of wondering how that would work, but that little thumb lever right there locks it into place. Once it's good to go, you can just kind of really lock it down and you're good. So there is the Plunge base. We'll kind of set this off to the side here. Comes with some adapters for, I believe this is going to be for your dust collection. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is your guide rail, your tool for removing your bits. All right, and then we have the actual router itself. I don't really use these side rails for very much. I'm assuming if you needed to make a channel, this is something that you would use to connect in, and then like let's just say right here, you wanted to make a straight groove right down that had to be straight. You can use this guide rail. I really don't think that I'll use this much, but we'll go ahead and kick this off to the side. So here is the release for the router. So if you needed to switch out your bases, you push this little button that's right here. You release your little side release, push that in, and there is the motor for the router, the main motor. So you have your fixed base, and then you have your Plunge right here. Let's go back to the Plunge. This is your depth. So if you wanted to set your depth at 1/4 of an inch or whatever, you would just set that. That way when you plunge down, it won't go any further than that right there. So this is just your depth setting. Pretty simple to use. Tighten it up right here, and then that way you are ready to go. This is your locking and unlocking for your guide, because what's going to happen is in both of these, there's holes here and holes here. This is where that side guide will lock into. All right, so let's go back to, again, so you knew we took it out of here. So in this case, we're gonna flip this out, and then these little notches, you could see there's a guide inside your router. This is the Plunge. There's this little button. It's not really a button, it's just a little metal tab that kind of sticks up right here. You can see it right about there. That is where your guide will kind of go into, just like that. Slides in, pushes down, and then you'll lock in your router. So now I have a Plunge router that I can use, and if I wanted to scroll and do different things, you're good to go. Here's the on-off switch. Let's see if we can get this thing plugged in without any blades in it and go from there, see if it will actually turn on. Let's go ahead and plug this in right now. Right now, you can see that this is a digital router, which is really neat. You can set your RPM speeds that you want. So if you're using a hardwood or a softwood, you can set your RPMs. The cool thing about it is when you turn it on, which I'll show you, it turns on 3 LED lights that are inside, so you can get some really good lighting and precision. So hopefully those last for a while. Another good thing that I like about this router for your bits, super easy to get to. Everything is right here. Very easy to change out your router bits. You definitely want to do this with it powered off and unplugged at all times, safety first. So let's go ahead and put a router bit in this thing, and we're going to go ahead and give it a try. All right, guys, so the other thing I wanted to show you on this is the Collets. This is, I'm going to take it completely off, and you can see right here, this is the 1/2 inch collet, which will accept a 1/2 inch router bit shank. This will fit perfectly in there. You'll tighten it up just like anything else. This will go in there, and once you start tightening down, you have to make sure, again, you push this little button that'll lock in that. You'll tighten that down with your tool, and then you'll be good to go. All right, but in this case, I don't want to use this. I want to be using a 1/4 inch shank. So I'll add this Collet adapter right here. This is for your 1/4 inch bits. That slides in just over the top, which means now my 1/2 inch, or I'm sorry, 1/4 inch bit will go in there. It'll tighten up just to kind of show you. And now that is good to go. Not going to come out at all. Perfect. That is it. It's a pretty simple tool. Let's go ahead and get it plugged in. I'm going to get everything set up, and we're going to test the waters on some edging and see how she does. Alrighty, so that is it. That is the video. That is the trial unboxing of this Skil 2-in-1 plunge router, fixed router digital set. This thing is actually really, really good. I love the fact that you can change the RPMs. I love the fact that it was a 2-in-1. I was able to get a plunge router. You saw what I did in literally just a couple minutes. I made this just really quick, simple, the Crawl Space Craftsman sign. I'm sure my skills might get better as we go, but I have terrible handwriting as it is, if you cannot tell. But yeah, that's pretty much, that's it right there. That is the sign I made. I literally made this out of a piece of 2x6 in a matter of just a couple minutes. So imagine what you could do with this thing. There's so many possibilities with the amount of router bits that you can find out there with the plunge router system. You can engrave and do all sorts of really cool stuff. I think this thing is really gonna be a great addition to the fact that I was able to get the plunge router. I've never had a plunge router. I've wanted one, but I got the router table, which is a completely different beast. But yeah, that is it. I hope you like this video. If it helped you out, I definitely would recommend running out there for 139 bucks. This thing is probably the way to go because everything else was $140 or more without both of them. They did have the little hand routers for like 99 bucks. But I figured I was gonna get this 2-in-1. I got 2 tools in one. All right, guys, that is it. If you liked it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Hit that bell button. That way you get notified of all of my newest videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Go down below. I got some really cool stuff coming up. Check out all my other videos. And yeah, until the next video, make sure y'all do one thing. Stay awesome. We'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye.